I cannot believe that I am here for the Term 3 Teacher Treat Surprise Box Reveal video. How quickly has this year gone? It is just insane that we are already in Term 3. With the craziness of this year and everything that happened with COVID, I decided to make this box a little bit more self-care orientated this term. So let's get stuck into it and see what is in here. The first self-care item that I put in here is one of my must-haves for winter, and that is fluffy socks. You will never catch me around my house without fluffy socks on. I am a very cold person, and so having socks on my feet just helps me feel so much warmer, and just a really nice touch after you've been on your feet all day teaching to come home and be able to put on something soft and fluffy. So you got a range of fluffy socks. The next self-care item that I put in here is a facial roller, and you would have either got this in quartz or rose. And the idea behind these is that you massage your face with them, which not only is meant to feel good, apparently it's meant to promote circulation, reduce wrinkles and boost collagen, but they can also be a massive stress reducer as well. Now I was hesitant to try these. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not, but I decided to try it after I saw YouTuber Lisa Eldridge, who was a makeup artist to the stars like Kate Winslet and Keira Knightley, talking about how she uses these religiously, how she enjoys them so much, and her skin looks amazing. So if I show you, this is the one that I kept for myself. You just kind of roll it on your face, and at first it's very cooling, and you can actually put it in the fridge if you want it to be even more cooler. But as I said before, I run cold, so I don't want mine any colder than it already is. So you just run it over your face in different patterns, and you can look up YouTube videos on the different ways you can use these. I love it on my temples when I'm starting to get a headache or a migraine. Feels so good. So that was your second self-care item in the box. Then we might as well move on to the other self-care item, which is food snacks, right? So I put a good old favourite, Must Sticks, in here. There are so many of them that you can just be snacking on these for like weeks on end. Nice, yummy, delicious treat. So they were the self-care items I put in the box. Now let's get into the teacher goodies. The first one that I'm really excited about is a cordless light switch. Now protect your eyes because this is going to be bright. This is an LED light, and it comes with batteries that are replaceable. If you haven't seen them on Pinterest or Instagram yet, they are being used for lots of different reasons in the classroom. One of the things people are using them for is to indicate when you are doing conferences with your students, one-on-one time or small groups, and you don't want to be disturbed by the rest of the class. You train them to know that when this light switch is on, they're not allowed to come near you. So what I gave you as a digital download with this is a bunch of different template backgrounds for this one, which says do not disturb when light is on. So you can laminate this, put it up on the wall somewhere. This has magnets on the back. It also has adhesive straps on the back, so depending on how you want to display it, you can put this up on the wall and use that for that reason. Or another one that's going around is using it as a volume control. So if you want silence in your class, maybe you're doing a test, maybe it's just an independent work task and you don't want students talking, you can turn the light on to tell students that it's time for silence. And again, this template was included as a free download, and you get heaps of different backgrounds, so you can pick one that's going to match your classroom. Now, if you're not interested in using it for that, another way you can do it is to help motivate your students to read. So all you do is put this on the underside of a desk, cover the desk in a blanket or a curtain or whatever you have spare to make it all nice and dark under there, and then the students turn it on and they get to pretend like they're camping or something like that. It just helps motivate them. Okay, the next item was a partnership with a small Australian business called Beads and Folly. I have mentioned them before because they were part of the team Baby Snail that did the rainbow lanyards at the beginning of the year. So this time I asked her if I could put in one of her double keychains. Now this is such an ingenious idea. I love it so much. The idea is that you've got a, a key ring, a latch on both ends, so that you can attach one side to a hook on your bag, just some sort of tag that you have in your bag, and then the other side can be hooked on your keys. So when you get out of your car, you just hook it onto your bag, and then when you want them at the end of the day, you just find the tag and unhook it. Or if you're like me and I do not like using keychains, I don't like having heaps of things dangling off my keys, I just leave this permanently attached to my bag. When I get out of the car, I attach my keys to it. At the end of the day, I pull on it and there, voila, are my keys. I've also been using it to keep a track of my lanyard. So at the end of the day, when I do put my keys on it, when I take my keys off of it, I put my lanyard on it. So the next morning, I just reverse the process and I'm always going to have easy access to my lanyard and my keys. So you might want to go and check out her double lanyards if you didn't get a teacher treat box and you think this is an ingenious idea just like I did. Now they came in a range of different hexagon colors. Of course, I kept one in purple. This is the same color that I kept because if you haven't noticed, I love purple. Okay, the next item, another favorite in my classroom, is highlighters. So these are the Sharpie ones. They're the special gel ink ones, so you can see exactly how much you've got left in the tubes there, and they're nice and thin. So I love using these for assessments. If I do an assessment with students, I color code the results so that at a glance I can see how my class is doing. Generally speaking, I use green as like your kind of C, on par, doing okay. I use blue as my next color up to say that they're doing pretty well, and if they got a perfect score or they're really acing it, I usually use purple. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a pack with purple in it, so in that case I'd probably go to something like yellow or orange. And then I usually use pink as my underscore color, so if they're not quite achieving the goal, if they need some more work on it, I use pink for that. And again, it just gives you a really quick glance of how your class is doing, and you know, who doesn't love highlighting things, right? Okay, the last item in the box. I'm so excited to put this one in there. Let me pull it out carefully because I don't want to break it. Okay, here it is. I included a picture book. This is called Who is Laughing, and it is written and illustrated by Eva Marie Welsh. Now, she currently lives in northern Queensland, and the reason why I chose her picture book was because not only does she write about a range of Australian animals, but she also includes educational facts within the books, and that's just the best of both worlds when you're going to be reading a story to your students. Now, in addition to including this great full color book in your box, I also added a exclusive digital resource pack full of before, during and after activities to go with this book. So there are things like comprehension questions, there are different worksheet activities, there's a word search, there is information text on different animals in this book. There is an author bio and questions. It's just jam-packed full of plenty of different resources that you can use with any age group from foundation up to year 6, because yes, even year 5s and 6s love to listen to picture books, they still like to do activities, and they can still be motivated by it. I read a picture book every Friday to my classroom when I am in the library, and yes, they do enjoy it. So make sure you go, if you haven't already, and download that if you got the Term 3 Teacher Treat box. Also, don't forget to go and check out other books by Eva, including Tippy the Kangaroo, Shelley the Turtle, and Cassie's Tale. So that's what was in the Term 3 Teacher Treat Surprise box. I hope all of you who got one of these boxes thoroughly enjoyed all of your items, and I hope you're looking forward to the Term 4 box, because it is shaping up to be really, really great and have, I think, the most amount of items that any of the boxes have ever had before. So if you aren't a subscriber yet and you are interested in getting yourself a box, hop on over to my page and make sure you sign up so you don't miss out. I'll catch you guys later. Bye!